Good morning and welcome everyone to our first Com Arts Day. My name is Dr. Tina and I will be the MC for today's event. I would now like to invite Adanbir One, Dean of Liberal Arts, to deliver the welcoming speech for today's event.
Do you think communication is important for everyone in this world? Yes, of course, right? Yes, of course. And now you come to the right direction. So today, not only that, I and my staff, Dr. Tina, Ajahn Oi, Ajahn Dino, Ajahn David, we all prepared today's event, particularly for all of you. Come on, please. So we already chosen all the experts who we think they are very, very keen. They are with their expertise in almost all the area in communication. We have radio experts, we have television experts, we have also film experts today. So your duty today is to grab all the knowledge and all the things from our experts. Alright? Come in. Don't go away. Today is your day. Thank you.
Today I've invited three very close friends from the world of TV, radio and film, and I'd like them to, today they're going to join us as sort of a panel forum. They're going to be the panel members, and there'll be four key questions we'll be asking. But first of all, what I'd like to do is introduce each member of the panel today. Beauty first. First of all, Kun Lawan Demon Chumsai Na Ayutthaya. There's a long name for you. Group Program Director at BC Terror Radio. Please welcome Lena. Next is Mr. Hugh Brammer. He is currently sub-editor at Channel 3 News, a lecturer in film, TV and radio production at Thammasat University's Faculty of Journalism and Mass Communication. Would you like to join us, Mr. Hugh Brammer? Thank you. And last but not least, Mr. Rick Laws, Dr. Rick Laws, no less, producer, writer, director, and a company called Location Thailand. Mr. Rick Laws, Dr. Rick Laws, please. Thank you.
Now, there is a theorem. It's called the monkeys and typewriters theorem, and it says that if you put enough monkeys in front of enough typewriters, they will eventually probably come up with the works of Shakespeare. And to a degree, that is the situation we are in. If you compare at the top end a period drama by the BBC to the worst that you've seen on YouTube, you realise that there is an enormous range of media being produced by an enormous range of people. What you need to decide is where you are going to sit on that scale. If you think that just going out and producing content is going to make a living for you, you are terribly, terribly mistaken. It will not. Because at the end of the day, it is not who is making it, or with what equipment, or what platform they deliver it on, whether it's broadcast, or whether it's a mobile phone, or YouTube. That doesn't matter. It's the content that matters. Content is king.
And looking at all these new technologies that have come, what I and the group that I work with look at is we feel that it is basically just more means of distribution for our radio stations. Meaning that in the past, you listened to the radio, you turned on the radio, you went to a certain frequency, and that was it. Now you can listen on your mobile phone, you can listen in there's so many ways to get us now on the radio. So what that has caused us to do is that we've got to work on making sure that our radio stations are available on every type of media. You also have to have a website that goes with your radio station. People don't just listen to the radio anymore. They want to interact with the DJs. They want to see what the DJ looks like today. What is she saying? The topic is put up on the website. There's so much interaction happening that we have to be able to serve this. And I think what that means for the future of radio or even television or the internet or anything is that they group together now. A radio station cannot stand alone. You need internet support, you need television support, you need all these different ways to distribute your content to the person who wants to receive it.
This is where we go. So if you move in the circles of what you're doing now, you're using tablets, you're using mobile technology, you're able to record content, as Hugh says. Make sure your content is well thought out. Make sure your technology behind what you're recording is well thought out. And make sure that when you put it together and you apply to get it sold, you make sure that no one else has got anything like you can create. That's important.
And in terms of a career path, in front of the camera, your career is a lot shorter than it is behind the camera. You may be gorgeous and beautiful now, but a bit like a porn star, your career is fairly limited by age. There are an awful lot of 60-year-old people working behind the camera. There aren't that many 60-year-old people working in front of the camera. So bear that in mind.
In radio, you really have to know your audience. And how do you do that? Through research. Now, when I was in my student days, I didn't pay enough attention to research and statistics and things like that, which I should have, because I'm using that a lot right now. If you want to do a good radio program, whether you're the DJ, whether you're the creative writer, whether you're the producer, the sound engineer, and you have to know who you're doing this for. That's the most important thing. So if you do have a little bit of a background in research or knowing the right questions to ask, research is a very tricky thing. You can read research many different ways, and you should really try to learn this if you're going to be in media, is researching who your audience is.
If we could get the countries that we all come from, wherever we live now, to work the same way as a film crew does, you would have absolutely no problems. We each come on set every day, we each have a job to do. Each person will do their job to the best of their ability, because you're only employed as a freelancer, and you're only as good as your last job. You screw it up, you don't get asked again. It's that simple. So you have to give 1,000% effort every day you go on the film set. And it means logic, it means research and development before you get out on set. And you must make sure that you work as a team player and don't overstep the mark by trying to be too helpful and ignoring your own job. Do what you do it to the best of your ability.
So speaking about job opportunities, there are plenty, I must say. We're hiring today. There are job openings in many of our departments. The advice I would give you is that, of course, we're always looking for people who have a bit of experience. And everybody's saying, well, how do I get experience if I can't get the first job? Internships are great. We've got a very good internship program at BBC Tarot as the whole company. And many of the people who work with us now did come from internships. They showed a creative side of themselves. And we said, okay, go off and finish your 4th year and please come back, we'll hire you. So there are really, but in the radio industry, what we really look for is people who are different, creativity. And that's difficult, I know. You can't measure creativity. Oh, he's more creative than he is, or you know, she's got a creative level of 7 and he only has 1 or 2. It's difficult. But the way you work, when you come to work, the things that you bring to your task, we can see, we can tell if you're creative, if you're thinking in a different way. And so never say, oh, I've got to do what everybody else is doing. Never be that way. Always be very creative in whatever you decide to do.
During the afternoon, we do in fact have workshops, which the basis of which is to focus on guest speakers from the world of photography and media and IT. Super John Glinsawan there, you probably know him, he's a news anchor on Channel 3 as well. He should be here about 1 o'clock to start that session. There's also Kun Kurti I don't know if it's written in English. If it was written in Thai, I could read it, but it says Kaniju, who's an owner of business wedding photographer, and Kun Num, a multimedia professional, social networking, video presentation development. That's this afternoon after 1 p.m. in the classrooms 2303 and 2205.
All right, I would like to take this time to thank all of our 4 participants, the Faculty of Liberal Arts, Student Life, and of course, you guys, for coming to ComArts Day and making such a success. Give yourself a round of applause.